Welcome to Roll for Bullshit, a nerdy podcast for nerds by nerds. Joining me today is if I can't cast shape water on it, is gender really a fluid? Shauna. And also joining me is if you cast alopecia on a bugbear, you get Eric. And I'm what happens if you grease up a goblin and throw him into a tech store, Charles. And I think you can tell from what we're from the intro, we're talking about tabletop RPGs. Let the dice goblins roll. Are you guys still muted because you're still laughing at what I said in the intro? Because if so, that is
Fucking,
fine.
fucking bears with fucking alopecia.
I fucking swear. Oh my god. Oh boy.
Look, it's
Okay.
not my fault. It's not my fault that if you completely waxed from your neck to the top of your head, you would be the closest thing your wife would get to a real Duskwalker. Okay? I'm just saying, it's not my fault.
Look, firstly, no, no. I, I, it'd be awesome to be a big old demon Scully boy, but like, I don't have
Okay,
enough
you'd
fucks.
be a Duskwalker if
Um,
you were ordered off Wish, but still.
Charles,
I mean,
I
fair.
how do you know so much about the quantity and density of Eric's body hair?
Okay, we lived together for quite a while in multiple apartments and a trailer, because we're that level of nerdy trash. And Eric and I are of the firm belief of comfy pants and that's it is perfectly fine as long as the button's done. And Eric looked
Okay.
like he was wearing a sweater every day.
Okay, to my defense, I get fucking sweaty if it's like 75 degrees.
And your wife keeps the house at 80.
No, we've been keeping it at about 72.
So sweaty and hairy nerd.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I mean,
Like
basically,
like a Wookiee in an oven.
kind of. There's like Chewbacca if his hairline ran like all the way from his nose all the way to like the middle of his head. Like
Fucking
that's
Chewbacca with a receding hairline.
yeah, that's pretty much it. You got it.
Like,
But
yeah,
I think we're getting a little off topic. So we're talking about tabletop RPGs. Where do we
More
start?
specifically, D&D.
get mostly D&D because it's mostly what we're familiar with.
Yeah, we're old school nerds. We don't like to branch out
Yeah.
much.
Well, no, that's not true. We are branching out a little bit. We're dipping our toe into Pathfinder 2. Point
Well,
out.
We've been ocean specters.
we also, and not to diminish, we've also we've played one or two other one shots on a system our good friend Ren
Oh yeah, yeah. The
came up with, Cash Bandits.
did he come up with? Did they
Yeah.
come up with that?
I'm pretty sure they did. Yeah, like I'm pretty
That
sure that's their system.
they're so
Cash
talented.
bandits.
By the way,
Yeah,
if this comes out before the voting is over, go vote for Ren in that thing.
in the Crit
Yeah.
Awards.
Yeah, the Crit Awards. Go for
Renowned.
renowned. Go vote for him, or I'll shit in your microwave and turn it on. I know
You
where you
Uh,
will.
live, listener. I know where you live.
we'll post deets.
Skitter
I
across the floor like a face hugger towards your microwave.
I don't think he's joking.
He's not. Like the only thing that surprises me is he didn't mention getting greased up in
I
chicken
was about
grease.
to say, where's the chicken grease?
Look, that's for combat. For combat, you coat yourself in chicken grease, you get naked, and you slide across the floor making seal noises. No one shoots at you because they're horrified that you're able to use your pecker as a rudder and guide your movements. No one wants to fight that.
Wait,
Don't, please, just
Ask
don't.
questions. Ask questions, I dare you.
I feel kind of like Irwin's dad here, just leaving many questions that don't need to be answered. But what about leaving many questions that don't need to be answered?
yeah, I'm gonna go with that and move on.
So where do we start? Because there's like so much to cover in this particular topic.
I mean,
Let's start with the very basics. What's your favorite class?
Oof. Okay, see, I
Oof.
have a problem.
I know.
Um, if we're talking like, hey, I'm gonna go, one class the entire way, it's Bard. It's 100% Bard. Like,
Real quick, I have to tell the people, I'm sorry, I'm so sorry. I have to tell the people at home, just for reference, asking that question is setting off a time bomb because Eric and Charles both have how many
too many.
made but unused characters languishing?
Um,
I don't have that many. Most of them don't survive long because the dopamine of creating them runs away, and then I delete them because I don't like having a bunch of unused shit in my phone.
Right, but
okay,
I'm saying like
so
the amount of characters and things that are made. But please continue, Eric. I deeply apologize.
um okay, so okay, characters, like number of characters is like a whole other ball game. If I'm going just straight one class, it's Bard, 100%. College of Lore Bard. I want all of the different magics, and I want to make a fucked up magic build. Um, if if I'm doing some cross classing, um, I it's hard to stick to just two,
That
but
monk bard Thrycreen I made you for the Who Done It
yeah, no, he
campaign.
fucks.
That
He
was that was
100%
so much fun.
fucks.
Everything online said, "Oh, you can't do a monk bard." Bet, and I fucking did. I
Oh,
was
you can
sad. It
do
was.
anything.
I was sad there was no combat in that campaign. He was designed to fuck.
Yeah. And like, okay, I this is getting into a bit of a tangent, but I've seen a build for a monk and a ranger that actually works.
Dude, monk a
If you can
ranger
believe it.
Ranger is an awesome class to multi-class into, just not
Exactly.
that great to run the whole way by itself.
Yeah. But yeah, so that's my answer. If it's one class, Bard all the way. Cross class, it's kind of like jungle juice. I just mix things that I shouldn't mix together, and horrible things happen.
For me, which it's funny that most of us are picking charisma classes because we're all socially inept. Um,
That's
for
why.
For me, it's either paladin or warlock. For like if you can be only one class, no cross classing, it's gonna be either paladin or warlock. I don't run paladins in the stereotypical, cop way because ACAB and my Oath of Conquest paladins turn into Doctor Doom more than, evil tyrannical monster. And my warlocks typically wind up dipping a little bit into paladin because why the fuck not? I'm going hexblade. I might as well stick my foot in that paladin pool and
Right?
really do some damage. But if the multi-classing is on the table, I'm going to make an unarmed build. Not a little bit of monk, a little bit of fighter, a little bit of ranger because that hunter class ranger gives me an extra D8 on my punches. And I jungle juice to make just the most ridiculous unarmed characters.
And do you know what the bread and butter of that monk and ranger cross class is?
Fucking
It is Hunter's Mark. Hunter's Mark just fucking
Hex is
makes
better.
it. I mean, Hex is better. Don't get me wrong,
Hex is better by a lot.
but still, an extra D6 on each attack. That's for a monk. It's giving them something that they have needed desperately.
Hex gives you an extra D6 and gives them disadvantage. I'm sorry, like Hunter's Mark is dope, and I know the new edition of D&D has the Ranger's whole fucking personality around Hunter's Mark. Fuck Hunter's Mark. If you told me make a pure Ranger, I'm picking variant human. I'm getting that initial feat, and I'm getting grabbing magic initiate, and I'm getting Hex, cause it's better.
Is, but I was talking specifically from the aspect of the two most shit on classes. If you mix them together, they can kind of
Oh yeah.
function.
Oh yeah.
Shauna, I think you've been kind of quiet. What's your thing?
Okay. I go back and forth between bard and druid. Really like the crazy shit that I can do as a druid, and I really like the control options being a bard gives me. Like if I really get going and get like hold person or dominate person or like things like that, I can that's That's where I have fun. I will
So
turn your entire army against you.
you can be the entire problem.
I will be the problem. And for cross-classing, Ass Stalker.
Oh yeah, I mean, Assassin Gloomstalker, you can't go wrong anywhere with.
Yeah, that's just
It's Hexblade
and I
Paladin.
do it. It's Hexblade Paladin, but I do it for I do it for range builds.
Well, that's the thing. It's the perfect,
That's my yeah.
in my opinion, that's the perfect ranged build. Is
Yeah.
an assassin stalker. And then like if you had that, a coffee lock and a hexblade paladin as your party, like that's it. What are you throwing at
Yeah.
that? That's the
Yeah.
three perfect cross classes running together. Shit, if I'm the DM, I'm throwing the fucking dice at y'all. Like y'all running this game now. Fuck, leave me alone.
Y'all tell me a story.
Yeah, because the fuck
So
you want me to
y'all,
throw at you?
yeah, just the DM sitting there.
Gods.
Okay, guys. So this is a role playing game. What fucking role am I playing? The victim? And
Yeah.
just the players stare at the DM, just like, yes.
The
Well,
guinea pig.
here's the thing, because like here's the thing.
Oh,
Okay.
if we're talking about this, we have to talk about the tower.
Oh, we are. I
Oh,
love
we
the
are.
tower.
We
Oh,
might need we might need like its own segment to do that.
but like, okay, so if you have with the ass stalker, you have the perfect ranged build. I mean, you could argue you could go a little fighter to get action surge, which is totally valid for an ass stalker. Um, or even 3 levels in fighter, so you can grab champion and increase your crit range. Again, perfectly valid. Uh, but you've got that. Nothing's coming within that bow range of you. Nothing. What's getting to you? Because they're gonna get hit for a 5 bajillion fucking sneak attack die, and they're not looking at you because in front of you, you sneaky little shit, is the Hexblade Paladin who's covered themselves in shadow moil, or worse, has hexed the enemy, and is now able to instant transmission around the battlefield around that hexed enemy and just smite, double smite stuff every fucking enemy. And oh, we're going to get him. How? When you have the fucking coffee lock dumping spells like they've just become Mistra herself.
Yeah. I think there might be one cross class that is being slept on just a little bit. Uh, Paladin and Bard,
Oh, yeah,
or
Bard,
Paladin and Sorcerer, but like Paladin Bard specifically from the aspect of being a melee combat.
so Paladin Bard, you get the College of Swords, I think it is, little
Yeah,
discount maneuvers. And like Paladin Sorcerer is great if you're being more magical as a paladin, if you're casting more as a paladin. Hexblade Warlock is Hexblade Warlock, and then take the battle maneuvers feat to get some battle maneuvers from the Battle Master fighter
yeah.
class, and there you no longer need the College of Sword, and now you have a paladin that can teleport and trip an enemy, and then teleport again
But
for free.
isn't the big thing about the Paladin the rat sorry the Hex Law sorry Hexblade Warlock Paladin cross class, isn't the issue like that you run out of spell slots really quick?
You can, but the Warlock spell slots regenerate from a short rest, so you Nova through a fight, and then you take a short rest, which the Coffee Lock's going to want to take a short rest anyway to recharge. And the rogue's going to want to take a short rest because the rogue regains a bunch of shit from short rests. So you have a
Right,
whole party that beats the shit out of the enemy, sits back, smokes a bowl, talks some shit, maybe eats some ramen, and then gets back up and does it again.
right.
And if you,
And that's a Tuesday.
yeah, and if you want to add the fourth and final pin in the fucking cushion, you make a war cleric open hand monk, or no, I'm sorry, a war cleric transient self monk. So all of their unarmed attacks are going off wisdom, plus they have spirit guardians, plus they have an extra attack based on their wisdom modifier, and they can wrap themselves in heavy armor if they absolutely fucking felt the need to with their high ass AC. And there you go, GG, good game. Thanks for coming, DM.
So we've talked a lot about favorite classes and character builds and stuff. There's one thing that I think that keeps me awake at night, and that's the fact that I have
Velcro,
so shut up, Charles. It's the fact that
Wow.
I have okay, maybe not a full
alopecia.
100, but I motherfucker, I'm trying to talk.
I'm
No,
sorry.
I have like 100 characters that I have not used, and like I feel like everyone has at least one character idea that they would love to run with, but they've never had the opportunity. And what do you guys have something like that?
Oh yeah,
What's that?
Shauna, do you have?
Absolutely, I do.
I want to hear Shauna's.
I do
I
too.
was kind of talking a little bit about it not that long ago. We have a godhood system in our homebrew world that it's pretty cool. It's Charles and Eric can go into more detail than I can. They've been working on it a lot longer than I've been. But my character, one of my favorite characters, becomes a god, and she's the head of the Fae pantheon in this world. And at one point in her journey, she assumes the role and pretends to be the Red Lady, who she later becomes. And the Red Lady is a High Fae queen. So assumes this role and goes on kind of a little adventure with her husband. They had just gotten married. His name is Veth. And she, to like sell the role, she kind of like gives a blessing to this, like quote unquote blessing to this child, and like she can't like she's not a cleric or anything. She's a bard. She's just messing around. But to that kid and to that community, it changed a lot of stuff for that kid. Like they thought he was lucky. So he was treated differently. He was treated better. And he was basically like gifted things because people thought he brought luck, and like he was also magically talented. So it just kind of worked out for him. So he will become a Hexblade Paladin, and I cannot wait to use him. I have been talking about him forever. I want to put him in the tower. I want to see the result of his long, arduous journey to the Feywilds to meet this mythical character, this person again, and be like, "Hey, I want to be your warlock." And Alabaster, of course, would be
That's
like, "Why didn't you just
Wouldn't you just pick up a phone, dude?
yeah, like why didn't you just like this meeting could have been an email, kid.
Yeah, could have been a text. Don't call me again.
But like no, she's not that. She's not like heartless or anything. But she's like okay. It should be like okay, yeah, cool. But
dope. I
seriously,
hereby I hereby dub
go
you,
home.
sir. Yada yada.
Yeah, exactly. It would just be like this whole big thing for him, and unfortunately for her, she's got so much shit going on. It's just a Tuesday.
It's like, oh, no, somebody else wants my shit. Okay, fine. Bank. Here you go.
Yes, but that was my story. Thank you.
To
I
more
love that.
explain the god system that we have in our homebrew is characters can become deities. For the most part, the pantheon was left very kind of bare bones and not fleshed out, so we could have D&D characters that we really loved or that we really liked role playing as. After their journey was over, they continued to focus and work on this one aspect, and then they achieved deification, replacing the old deity. You just have to be better at your job than they are. And it takes a long time. Shoot, one character who is legitimately the best mage build in the entire homebrew has been doing this for hundreds of years and hasn't hit deification yet. It takes a bit. You gotta earn that shit. My build though is one that I made recently. I made it last week. Like I said, I love unarmed builds. I don't want to bring a sword. I want these hands and a butt flap. That's what I want. And I made honestly what I firmly believe might be my best unarmed fighter build so far. And it is 3 levels in fighter, 1 level in warlock, hexblade, and then 8 levels in monk and barbarian, open hand monk, path of beast barbarian. And the 3 levels in fighter is echo knight. This results in 9 attacks a turn.
Save some
Jesus
action
Christ.
economy for the rest of us.
Right?
9 punches
Is
per turn between my character and his shadow clone. So, I mean, and it is just like, hold on, let me scroll down to this real quick. Yeah, it is just like 1d8 plus 2d10 because, who's not going to put the fucking gloves of soul catching on on an unarmed character?
yeah.
Uh, and then 1d6 for the Eldritch Claw. And that's it, but 9 times with advantage because of reckless attack. So you're just
Is
not
advantage on every turn or every attack or just your first attack?
no reckless attack. It's the whole turn.
It's the entire turn.
Oh shit.
So yeah,
I don't usually play like barbarians or anything like that, so I'm
yeah,
learning things.
Oh,
so
they're fun.
oh yeah, 9. Could you imagine you're stuck between this dude and his shadow, Peter Pan beat downing your ass,
Peter Pan beat down.
plus and just you're getting critted over and over and
Turning your
over.
ass into a lost boy.
Yeah, fucking tenderizing you like a $2 steak.
Like
And
a
again,
two dollars.
this is one dude. This is one dude in the party,
This
This
is
is
a
one
man.
This is one gentleman.
and uh, here's the thing: imagine if the wizard tosses haste on that man. Yes, your ass. Just go home. Just go home.
Just rethink your life at this point.
Think of all the death benefits you'd have to pay out
That's I made him. I was gonna bring him
for
to the
your
tower.
minions, people.
Yeah, I was gonna bring him into the tower, which we will explain the tower here in a minute.
So
Uh,
many references, so little explanation.
no, it's we're
At
uh
this
we're
at this point, it's going
edging
to be
the
a meme. We're not
audience.
going to explain it.
It's meta now, yeah.
No, we're edging the audience. That's what we're doing.
I
Um,
Eric, what's a build that you've made that you just really frothing to use?
Okay. So I have yet to make this in any campaign, but I want to make the character that I've based this around is a character named Brieg. Um, he's a changeling, but like the build itself, it's a fucked up flipper baby thing. And next time I get to actually engage in the tower, and I know that combat is going to be a big focus, I'm bringing him. Um, so the way that it works, it's 8 levels of rogue, swashbuckler, 2 levels of paladin and warlock, 8 levels of wizard. Um, go hexblade warlock, blade singing wizard, and the big thing is that one, you're using spell slots to smite, and mage armor because why the fuck not? You're putting all your stuff into dexterity and intelligence, and you're using um like a rapier or some sort of dexterity based weapon, and you can only use one, can't use two. And what I'm my plan for him is to give him Shadow Blade, have him focus on that, cast it, as high a level as he can go, so he can max out the damage on it. And that on top of the Paladin smites he's going to get, he gets one attack per turn, and then as a part of his attack action, he can also cast a cantrip. This is kind of important right here. The other part of that equation is that he has something called the illusionist bracers, which allows you to cast as a bonus action, allows you to cast a cantrip that you've already cast. So basically, that's two full Eldritch blasts, a max level smite plus his other extra bullshit, and he also has action surge, so he can do it again. There's other ways to do it, but like the that's the big thing.
Have you
And I mean,
considered therapy?
it's too expensive, unfortunately.
Jeez. So you would have to put crossbow expert on that just because
yeah.
Oh no, I didn't even get into the feats yet, but crossbow expert is one of them. There's crossbow expert alert, so that you can get higher in initiative, and you can also tack on, if you're fighting one on one in your swashbuckler, you can tack on that sweet stealth attack damage to that hit, and that crit. Um, and let me see. Yeah. So it's only a 4d6, but like every little bit helps.
So for anyone sitting at home that doesn't know this, because I didn't know this until recently, honestly. If you're sitting there wondering, well, why does he need a crossbow expert if he's using Eldritch Blast? If you read the writing in crossbow expert, it says any ranged attack, not melee,
Yeah,
not non-magical, not magical, any made
it just says
within
ranged attack.
melee range does not have disadvantage. Making crossbow expert honestly one of the best feats to get for a spellcaster or a ranged character, so you're not struggling, especially like a warlock,
Oh
where
yeah,
You don't want to
there's
get too close to the action to fling spells.
right, but if they force the issue, like you're stuck in a bedroom with a Baylor demon. um
I'm not apologizing for that.
No, that fight was dope. And if we had had the our shadow sorcerer friend in our group instead of Yucky Fuck in our group, I believe we could have taken him. But Yucky Fuck kept playing like a dumbass, and
We're not gonna go into yucky fuck.
that's my
yeah.
stance on that though. That's my pure stance. If okay, I'm gonna rant a little bit here. If you're a fucking monk and you want to hit and then disengage, choose two things. Okay, first of all, stop. There's no point. Why are you adding extra movement? Just stand there and punch his ass.
Exactly.
Because all you're doing, especially what kept happening with this player, they would run up, use their attack action, use their bonus action for flurry of blows, and then I'm going to jump back. That's going to invoke attack of opportunity. This guy does half your health in one hit on average. That's what he's been doing to the party. Are you sure you want to do that? Yeah, I want to just ninja backflip because it'll be cool. And then your character's fucking lying dead on the ground. You do the most damage out of the whole party. What are you
I
Right.
doing?
wish I wish you were exaggerating, truly.
Well, because he was a monk with the gauntlets of soul catching on, so it was 2d10 for every punch. He had two attacks plus his flurry of blows. So if all of them hit, he's doing 8d10 a turn. No
If
one
he would
else.
just stand there.
If he would just stand there and be a fucking man about it. I hate to say it like that, but fuck him. You just stand there and fight.
For context, we had a pick me main character syndrome person at the table for far too long.
I'm sorry. That just was always bothering me because I'm a ranger artificer. Why am I tanking?
Yeah.
I was not designed to tank. I mean, the barbarian was. The barbarian plays like a fucking dream, right where she was supposed to be, up front and in the action. Why do I have to be up front and in the action? Because your stupid ass is playing ballerina around the battlefield getting opportunity
Play,
attacks.
playing ballerina. And I just,
Playing
I,
ballerina.
I just, at one point, I think I said, please, please, please don't. I asked him not to at one point, I
And he kept
think.
doing it. Like, because my thing is, okay, you want to ninja flip around the battlefield. That's cool. Jump behind him, flank the Baylor demon, so we all get advantage. No, I'm just gonna yucky fuck. My name's Yucky Fuck, and this is Jackass. And then he just flings himself into a fucking wall at Mach Fuck.
And
Right?
is the first one down.
And the first one down, and then he's sitting there
And he
pissy about it.
he
Well,
didn't
dumb
die,
shit.
but oh god.
You unflushed toilet. Maybe if you stopped playing like a moron.
Spoilers.
Um,
Oh god.
where did this tangent come from? Where was
We
our original track?
we were talking about something. Fuck, and it came up. Uh, we
Character builds that we've always wanted to try but never had the opportunity to.
and we were talking about monk movement. We were talking about like getting in the thick of it with crossbow expert, and
In
then
our absolute defense, though, this was a fairly recent occurrence.
it was. And if Yucky Fuck is out there, run into traffic. Um. I'm not a good person,
God
so
damn.
like I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Y'all listening at home, I'm an asshole. Like I am. I'm the nicest asshole you'll ever meet.
I was gonna say, like,
I throw people off hard.
it's a weird thing to get used to.
When Shauna here first met me, she thought I hated my wife because I
Yeah,
just
I
give my
was
wife
like,
so much shit.
That's just that's just how they
to
talk.
be absolutely fair, y'all have not heard how they talk to each other. And now that am used to it and hear the inflection,
That
it's
woman's
loving.
my whole
And it's
world.
it's the weirdest fucking thing. Like, if they don't call each other names at least twice while I'm on like a call in their vicinity, something's up.
Yeah,
If one of them
Like,
doesn't
are
threaten
y'all
to
good?
shove if one of them doesn't threaten to shove their foot up the other's ass, something is amiss.
Yeah.
I, I was threatened within 5 minutes of coming home.
I think Artorias's love language is gonna be fucker.
Yeah, no, my son is screwed. Like he's not going to know how other like a normal relationship's supposed to run, but he will know what to expect from like a happy, loving one. Because that, like I said, that woman and I are each other's world.
Yeah, and it shows, and it y'all can like people you can tell. Like, you just have to. It's kind of like looking at an uncut diamond.
you just got to not pay
Right.
attention to what we say to each other.
Yeah,
It's rough.
exactly.
Wait. So you said an uncut diamond, so it's rough but beautiful.
Yeah, rough but beautiful.
Hey, that's how my son was made.
Ah,
I mean, look, hate sex can still be making love.
It's,
Just saying.
there was no hate involved, but there's a lot of trauma. Sometimes you got to work that trauma out in various outlets.
I mean,
rapidly in succession.
I was gonna say it sounded like there was a lot of inlet,
Look, I live in northern
a lot
Louisiana.
let
There's a
in,
lot of fracking. So, I that's what I went off of.
just
But
strip mining.
just strip mine. Yeah, if you can't
Something was
akin
getting
your
stripped.
sex if you can't
Something.
akin your sex to strip mining, are you really having sex?
I don't want to go to the mines, Charles.
We all yearn for the mines, Eric. What is and it doesn't have to be least favorite because like I don't think really Eric and I have a least favorite. What is a class you either A haven't used or B you have used very, very little?
Oh, I think I just
Ooh,
said it. For me, my least utilized is probably like I've used monk more than I've used like barbarian.
ooh.
And I've used monk like 3 times. And that's not because I don't think it's a good class. I think it's a great class. I think it would be really fun. I just
You like having skills.
I like being able to like do a bunch of shit. Jack of all trades kind of like, and I like magic. I enjoy being able to be a magic user.
Eric's sitting there trying to figure out which out of the 5 bajillion character builds he's made, which one's the least
Right?
used.
Yeah,
Like, okay,
character
here's my
builders,
problem.
you should be able to like look at statistics.
Right? Oh, that would be wonderful
Okay,
to add to my app.
my least used class, and it's not because I have anything against it. One of my favorite characters is this class. Like I ran him all the way up to level 20 and I fucking love him. Artificer, I haven't had a whole lot of builds that involve them, but in no way do I have any problems with them. Artificer is an amazing class, and I would encourage everyone to make one at least once, especially because you can make your DM say fuck very quickly in the campaign.
Uh,
I promise you.
Speed run.
I made an artificer so bad we had to turn him into an NPC.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
like things like
Uh,
that. And this was not to shame you, Charles. I love
oh,
Zeta. He is an amazing character, but
he's
He's a
goddamn,
menace.
I
he
made
is a
him
fucking
really,
menace.
really well.
I'm no
He
offense. I'm really glad that I wasn't campaigning with him because I wouldn't know what to do with him.
well, it Courtney's to be fair, Courtney's sorcerer was adding it would add to his insanity. Like, oh,
Yeah.
like, oh, I'm gonna
Yeah.
cast enlarge on myself. I'm gonna turn him into a giant ooblex. Huh? Oh, so now
Yeah,
I'm
he's
just
gonna
this super slime that's gonna just barrel through 3 sessions worth of shit because I'm a giant super slime.
Because try and stop me.
Yeah.
because try and stop me. But
Or
yeah,
oh
no, legit. Like one thing I love about artificers is just like, oh, I'm sorry, Charles, I cut you off. My bad, dude.
no, you're fine. And then the session that was the end of it for him to where it was like, okay, this character's too much. Is I had like the wing boots so I could fly. I had something that boosted my speed like through the roof. And so I just, oh, we need to get out of here. We need to escape. Casts enlarge on myself, scoops up the party, and takes off like a fucking Gundam. Like completely GTFOs all over the walls. Like bossing, say, like walls. And just like, yep, fuck that whole combat encounter with the whole party. Bye. It's like, no, no, this character's gone too far. He needs to be an NPC. He's
Poor Eric.
he's breached the
It's
line.
as much as it was difficult to figure for Zeta, I would take him any day over Yucky Fuck.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Any day.
I would.
Constantly having to explain where we are in combat on his turn and answer the most basic questions for someone who had played D&D for, he said, 10 years.
Mm,
Having to play basically I would have to
And playing the same character every campaign.
yeah, he was always a shadow monk, so I was like, how do you not know how to run a fucking shadow monk? But it
Yeah.
was but like I legit was running his character vicariously through him. I'd be like, you can if you do this, add this, do this, do this. I'm in Louisiana, you're in fucking Florida, my gamer.
To be absolutely fair for anyone listening who might get upset about Charles seeming to run this character, it was asked for.
Yeah, yeah. I wouldn't like I don't
It,
do it
it,
with Eric. Uh,
yeah, it was legitimately,
please help me.
please help me. This is like I was shocked personally at how much hand holding needed to be done. We're gonna have a whole segment, by the way, on
Toxic player.
not just that, but like table etiquette,
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
don't
things
be a
like that.
fuck ass.
Yeah,
Don't be yucky
well,
fuck.
that's the
Don't be
bare
yucky fuck.
minimum.
Don't be yucky fuck and don't be a narcissist. Those are really the two things. Yeah, those
Yeah,
are the baseline. Um, but
Shouldn't be hard.
yeah,
shouldn't
my
be.
my least used class though, I have one. I have one character, and that's Bard.
And see,
Uh,
Bard is so fun. It's so versatile. You can
I'm
be whatever you want to be with a Bard.
I'm I don't know. Bard is never, and I know they're great. I've watched bards be great. I've been in campaigns where bards have stolen the eyes of gods, Eric. And like
Technically, um, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this, Charles. Actually, he was a demonic lord. He was
no, he was a
not a
fiend lord.
deific being.
Sit your ass down.
Oh no, the neck beard has left me. Sorry.
Eh, that's all right. We've at least one person listening has left the moment they heard Shauna's voice.
Oh,
The
what?
podcast is woke.
What did I do?
Have ovaries.
Oh, well, one of them is for sale or for free. Pick up.
That's like selling. That's like selling an old 1980s Pontiac.
Hey,
Hey, hold on. Time out. Time
if I
out.
get it taken out, I want to ask if I can keep it.
Dude, yeah, as a
I
wet
was about to
specimen, that would
say.
be dope.
I'm gonna
I was
put.
about to
Yeah, I
say
want to.
she
Okay.
can actually get some kind of use out of it. A Pontiac's fucked.
Yeah, and honestly, it's not doing much good where it's at now. So,
Just like a
uh,
Pontiac.
for any for those playing the home game, I'm weird.
No.
What? No, hold on, hold on, hold on.
This is
I
a
don't.
bucket.
I can't be
This is.
not
God,
in not
there's
in my
more.
Christian
No.
Minecraft server.
Oh Lord, is that what this was?
I hope not.
Uh,
I hope
I
not, because
can't.
I
I
I'm
broke
hope
a
in
not. I've
the.
done
tank.
some blasphemous
I'm in
stuff
the
here.
wrong Zoom meeting.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh well, we're preaching the wonders of D&D, which is
We're preaching the gospel.
that's
Um,
exactly
And wet mounting your ovaries.
and what.
It's
well,
causing a lot of trouble. I want to be able to look at it and like wag my finger at it, like you
no,
little raggedy bitch.
no. You put it in a jar. You put it in a jar, and you could put it, and you make like a little chair. Your brother's really good with making stuff. You get it a little chair, right? And then you make it sit somewhere where it can watch you and your partner make love, and it'll have its own little cuck chair. It's not allowed to be part of the fun anymore because it was
Whoa.
bad. I want to make a little
Look,
I want to make a little
I
cuck chair for my D20s when one of them misbehaves. I want to put it in the cuck chair and make it watch the others get used.
Make it
a
watch.
lot of
Make it.
a
Oh
lot
God.
like it's almost uncomfortable how common that's becoming. Um,
Hold on. I'm gonna
like
write that
I've
down in our Discord. Um.
Put your ovary in a cuck chair.
No, dice cuck share. Hold on.
No,
ice coach,
put
With no context.
put no
dice.
put your ovary in a little cuck chair, or just take it out and whenever like your menstrual cycle hits, you just shake that ovary. You can't punch the other one; it's in you, but you could scold that one.
Scold that. Would it work? A poppet and
I don't recommend popping it. That
phantom
would be gross.
phantom pains? No, I mean like not like
Maybe,
a voodoo doll because it's a closed practice, but a witch's poppet.
maybe you just curse out the ovary that was removed, and it makes the other one act right.
Hopefully.
I mean, it
I,
doesn't
I
work
don't
with
want to go into
kids, so it
menopause in
might.
my 30s. It doesn't work with kids.
Just beat this holy shit out of it whenever you're in a bad mood, and have it in a little cuck chair so it watches you have fun, and it has to sit there and just be alone and floating in its little jar of sadness and embalming fluid, or whatever the fuck they floated in.
Formaldehyde.
Sad, sadness and formaldehyde.
I
Sadness and formaldehyde.
yeah, I mean, instead of putting in formaldehyde,
That's
you could batter it and fry it. I mean,
uh,
Oh, oh, no,
look,
thank you.
eggs are
Stop.
expensive.
Charles. It's our. I fucking hate
Oh,
you.
that
It's
I had a
already causing
visceral.
me not right. It's already causing me
Wait.
nausea.
Can't you like sell eggs for a shit ton of money?
Not these.
I was
Not
gonna.
no, Charles,
Mine
please.
are heavily used.
I don't think you could. I mean, technically, I guess you could make an omelet with it, but you can only make one.
I hate both of you so much.
Look, if we don't
Why am
laugh
I
at it,
here?
if we
Are,
Yeah.
are
don't
they
laugh
already
at it,
are they already deviled?
Well, I can tell you they're scrambled thoroughly.
How did we get on this subject? How
I
did we
don't.
get
I
here?
I don't
I
know.
I blame myself.
I don't know
I
how we
opened
got
that
here.
can.
Um,
I opened that can of worms.
do y'all have
No,
like a module or a campaign idea that you've kind of been hoping to run or do? I'm doing mine Saturday. I'm doing one of mine Saturday.
I want to do
Okay,
another round of the
of the game.
game. Yeah, but with more people.
And without Yucky Fuck, but turning it into his love letter to me, which was weird. That was weird.
That was odd. That was
It
kind
was
of
really
creepy.
weird.
Uh,
Man, I.
I'll give context for the game
Oh, you can go ahead.
later.
We'll
Real
be here a
quick.
minute on that one.
No, real quick synopsis. PvP Hunger Games style arena style battle royale.
Lot of private messaging the DM. A lot.
Ugh.
The quietest fucking table I've ever sat at.
But the drama and the tension and the what the hell's gonna happen next, the suspense. I knew everything that was going on and I still knew nothing. It was amazing.
It was so much fun. It was the only yucky fuck ran into me right off the bat in the arena. I killed him because I landed and made a weapon because I knew I was going to land with nothing, and I made my character accordingly. He tried to fight me with a vine he was using as a whip,
This
like a
isn't
Belmont.
Pokemon.
Yeah, like a Belmont from fucking
You're not
Timu,
Bulbasaur.
right? And I wound up ripping his spine out and making a whip out of it, just because it was funny. And from there, he was coming back as
Because
this
I hate you,
fucking
Trebek.
yeah. He kept coming back as this Terminator, and he would only come after me. He was told to go after any player. He would walk past other players and come after me, and it made
Other
it look like
PCs.
yeah, he would run past other PCs and NPCs to specifically come after me, and it made it look like I was trying to be main character syndrome. And I was like, no, no, leave me the fuck alone. Like, my character is designed for me to stay in the shadows and make traps and
You're
make.
basically giving away my position.
You're constantly making me have to deal with you. So I can't go anywhere, and you're only doing it because you didn't know how to play the fucking game, and you got your ass handed to you. No, it that but the everything else, the concept, everything that was set, oh my God, it was so much fun. It
So
was
much world
so
building. I did a bestiary and a
there were moments I was
Floreligium. Like
shaking.
it was
There were
baller.
what really sucks, I will never be able to pull that character off again.
He was so nuanced and had so many parts to him that made him work. Like you
I
can't trick people like that again.
Yeah, I had tricked the whole table into believing my character was deaf, and he wasn't. He just was quiet and he used sign language. And everyone, even even the people from his sector thought he was deaf. He had played that lie like the Prestige. Is that the one with Hugh Jackman and
Yeah,
yeah, like the Prestige where you have to live the magic trick to trick
yeah.
everyone. That's what I used. That was the mindset I used. So I would write notes or I would sign language, and he was hyper aggressive. He was like threw a note in Eric's character's lap 2 seconds after meeting him, set and
He
all it
shit
said
himself.
was you.
And then he proceeded to shit himself because he was fucking scared. To
It,
give you an
it,
idea of his mindset, though, he literally just turned old enough to be a tribute, and he got picked on his fucking birthday.
yeah, he was a kid. Like my character fucked with a kid. It just killed two people in midair as we were jumping out of two NPCs as we were jumping out of the plane, Fortnite style to land in the arena. And the whole thing, right up until the very end, the moment I revealed, no, I'm not deaf. Y'all just fucking assumed. Everyone lost their shit. The whole table went, what? Because
This fucking guy.
they had been
It was a
talking
great reveal.
they had been talking with me right there. And if they were talking with me right there, Shauna would send me what they were saying because they didn't know, so they wouldn't be saying it out in the open. They'd be messaging her.
Yeah.
And then she would have to tell me because I could hear them. It was so much fun.
I also I in the defense of the ones being like eavesdropped on, um, I did have them roll perception checks.
it's just no one rolled higher than my deception. No
Yeah.
one rolled higher than my every.
Not deception checks. I made them roll saves.
Yeah.
No, no, I'm talking about my. I would roll a deception check, and anyone was Shauna would just say, "Hey, everyone, just roll me a quick perception check," and they would roll. Okay, never mind. Keep going. The whole time, like we were in the pre-arena portion of the game. So it wasn't like, no, you never asked, so you never rolled. It was legit. You rolled. You just he rolled better. He kept the act up the whole time. It was such a. I'll never pull that again. No, y'all motherfuckers will never believe me.
Nah,
Um,
man, there.
I have taken up enough of the time of that sector, and I
I'm
kind of cut
sorry.
Eric off a little bit. Sorry.
I'm sorry.
I
Uh,
forgot what the conversation topic was, so it's okay.
A campaign
campaign
that you would,
idea.
a campaign idea you would really like to do, and if you've done
Okay,
it, what if you've done it? What was it?
okay. So here's the problem. I am a true blue horror fan. I will eat up like horror podcasts, campaigns, stuff like that. But the problem that I have is that the people at my table don't want to be scared. The people at my table want to throw hands. The people at my table want to look at that monster and say, "Hey, baby, how you doing?" and like wink, and then try to fuck the monster.
You
Um,
have too many monster fuckers at your table.
In my
I know that's the
defense,
problem.
my whole family does not have the fucking flight side of fight or flight. It's
And
hands,
that's
it's hands or nothing else.
and
And
that's
You
the
have
thing.
triggered my fight or flight response, and unfortunately for you, I'm a flightless bird.
yeah, because
Exactly.
every horror situation Eric has tried to run, like I throw hands and I can't help it. That's where my brain goes. It's immediate. It's not, oh, we've got to run from the zombies. It's, man, fuck that. I got a pipe.
I can't do
Yeah, and
stuff with jump scares.
that's the problem is that I would love to helm a horror campaign, but I can't run one to its full effect because I can't scare you people. Like, what am I gonna do? Oh no! Oh no! Suddenly there's a no fuck zone up front up the head. You can't have sex in this. Like seriously, that's the only thing. And even then, that wouldn't scare you guys. I'd just be like, that's inconvenient, and you would walk through.
Yeah.
Like, oh
It's
no, I can't be horny for what, like 5 minutes? Oh no.
it's it's also and this is not I'm going to say this in a way that you know this is nothing against you, Eric. Eric is a very, very good person. He's a very kind-hearted individual. And you can't DM a horror campaign and be a kind-hearted individual. You've got to be mean. You've got to enjoy
Okay, I
hunting and terrifying your friends. Like enjoy it more
okay.
than you should. And that's my thing about this weekend. Maybe next weekend because we got a message from our buddy who is available to do our Curse of Strahd. And shoot, I'll take an extra week to get some Strahd in. We haven't done Strahd in forever, and I miss
Right?
Do we want to do Strahd?
yeah, it would give me time. It would give other people time to get their stuff straightened out to maybe join us
Yeah.
for the horror one. And it adds to the anticipation because so I'm running a horror campaign, if not this weekend, next weekend it's starting. Uh, did no one in this voice chat and all but one person at the table has no idea what's going on. The only reason that one person knows is because I let go ahead and guess. If you can guess it, like I'll tell you. Not anymore. That window is closed, and she got it in three guesses.
I couldn't figure it out, and after the second guess, I'm just like, you know what? Fuck it. I want it to be a surprise. I want to be genuinely spooked by whatever
And
he's planning.
what I told the party, what I told the table, was that you've got like your modern, well not modern, late 90s, um late to mid 90s probably would be more accurate, but still, uh you're on an airplane going from California to Costa Rica. The plane crashes. And I've already set the seeds of stress by telling the table, everyone roll a d6. This is to decide where in the location you crash. The plane crashes. And one person rolled a one, another one rolled a six, and a three and a two. And they're like, and I go, but you got to pick one. You from the numbers y'all have rolled, you have to pick one. And the immediate response, well, I rolled a one, so we're not going to pick that. And Shauna rolled a six. It was well, I guess we'll go with mine. I was like, hold on, hold on. The height of the number. does not mean the better your odds. I've numbered locations. Some of
Big
them are
number good,
horrible.
small number bad.
Yeah, yeah, which is an understandable thought. And I'm just like, where you could land, like, you don't know. Just know some of them are going to potentially label this a one shot. Like if you land in one or two of these locations, this a one shot. You're not. I don't see you going far. And then there's others where it's like, yeah, you might have a chance. You might have a chance to actually build up enough momentum to get the hell out of this situation. And
Wait, so are the zones kind of like Monster Hunter? Like you've got zone one, but like the zone two isn't like always right next to it.
yes, as well as yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Can we
So
talk about the tower again real quick and
I think
last
it's time we
week's
explain the tower.
last week's campaign
I
and
think
the
it's
reaction?
but it was going to be a bit. We're going to have people be like, "What's the tower?" They keep talking
no.
about it, and then
Oh,
just like it's like the fucking Nesty's card trick. It never happened.
so before we talk about the tower, I think we need to talk about our sponsor.
Oh, we do. Hold
Oh,
on. Let me mute myself real quick. Charles,
hold on, no, guys, no. Look. There is no. I'm not doing the sponsor bit. Okay, look, everyone, viewers at home, this is very important. Identity theft is a big problem in America. Someone has taken my name, my face, my likeness, and they have plastered it on a bastardization of who I am. I am Eric O'Keefe, but I am not affiliated in any shape, way, or form with Eric O'Keefe's Suppleanus Powder and Juice Emporium. I do not, in any shape, way, or form, endorse any of the currently 8 flavors that they have for powder, for juice. I do not endorse the chocolate starfish, the orange dreamsicle, French vanilla, or pistachio surprise powders, nor do I endorse the supple strawberry, perfectly peach, cheeky cherry, and gape grape. I do not encourage anyone to buy from them online or at any of their brick and mortar locations. I also do not believe that any of their 20 warehouses nationwide can ship anywhere near fast enough to get to you next day. I also do not believe that they have exceptional customer service. I do not believe that they have same day shipping and hassle free returns. Everyone, please look, help me. I need to get out from under the shadow of this fucking company. Please help me. No, I'm not going to tell you to call 1-800 O'Keefe's because that I don't want you to have the best customer service experience of your life on that phone. This has been my public service announcement.
fucking gape grape.
Seriously, guys, identity theft is a
Oh,
problem.
you know
Be the solution.
that sounds like something the owner of O'Keefe Suppleanus powder would say.
No, no, it's
That was
not.
so that commercial was so supple. It was so O'Keefe. Uh, please go to
Did they steal your hairline too?
Yes.
I think I broke Charles.
I'm sorry. I'm
I
still dealing with Gabe Grape.
think
What the fuck?
Did you get caught in that one, did you?
Oh God. Oh, okay.
he couldn't jump the chasm.
Oh, so the tower. The tower was created for our table as a way to do something that most D&D players can't do, which is run a level 21 shot. And not like, oh, you're just level 20 with basic gear. No, a fully decked out. I'm level 20 and I was put in Mistra's magic shop, given a fucking credit card with unlimited balance and told you can only attune to the amount of items that, is normal for your character, which for everyone but the artificer is 3. And go nuts. And, oh, no potions. And then
Yeah.
like
No
Mistra fucked
consumables of any
off.
kind.
Yeah, and Mr.
Yeah.
fucked off in a thatwardly direction. And our first one was really fun. Like the first one we did, it was Camp Crystal Lake. Y'all were fighting a dead knight ex-paladin Jason Voorhees, and like you killed him. Y'all, every time that the party killed him, one of the campers would die and he would get back up and they had to find his mom's severed head hidden and destroy it. And that was really it was a fun puzzle fight. And then last session of the tower, which was last weekend,
Saturday.
our good
Happy
friend
Saturday.
Eric here decided he was going to DM, and we invited our friend who hadn't done the tower before, our good friend Renowned, uh, to come and join us. And their response was, I've never made a level 20 character. And they proceeded to make a level 20 character that I'll be real with you. I have no idea how the fuck I would deal with this character.
Pride.
Cry. Yeah, it was like there's nothing you can do.
I
Can
was glad I wasn't DMing.
right? Can see for a mile, has like 400 immovable rods, can teleport all over, wears a cloak of invisibility, can cast Eldritch Blast the whole distance they can see.
He's got the eye of fucking Vecna.
Yeah, it has the Eye of Vec that has all kinds of fucking bullshit out the ass power. And was just for 6 turns it took Eric's dragons to reach us. He's just pelting them with Eldritch Blast, sitting in a lawn chair of immovable rods, fucking 1,000 feet above the sky.
Can we tell the good people the theme of
Oh
that?
yeah,
Oh yeah, I would like to do that though,
go
please.
ahead, Eric. You did
Okay,
it.
okay. So we were originally planning to do Curse of Strahd, but something came up, and instead I offered to do an episode of the Tower because I mean, fuck it, everybody gets to make a level 20 character. Ren was stoked to do it because he's never made a level 20 character. Charles was ready to give me ulcers. Sean was ready to give me ulcers. My wife Courtney was just ready to vibe and enjoy the game. And I thought, you know what? We've been playing Monster Hunter a lot. Maybe we should take a break from it. And so I decided we're going to play Monster Hunter and D&D instead.
That's exactly what. And the chorus of, I don't know what to call it, that went up when we
um, it,
figured out. And
it's
to correct something really quick, I didn't play. I was the one that was AFK,
oh
just
wait,
kind of hanging
no,
out.
that's right. You were just kind of vibing in the chat, but you were still ready to give me ulcers because you were the meme general at that particular moment.
Oh yeah, I was the chat goblin.
Look, I'm gonna be real. It's good that Shauna wasn't in the damn game because, like, you were dealing with legit. Okay, so I did probably one of the greatest things I've ever done in a D&D campaign in that session last week, and last Saturday, and it was Ren had started shooting at the dragons. The dragons started flying at us, and my
They were
character's
Rathian and
sitting.
Rathalos, by the way.
Yeah. And I'm kind of sitting there next to Ren and I'm on like a broom as Steve, the lizard folk. I'm totally a lizard folk. Was actually a vampire god in disguise. And I'm sitting there at the thing and the dragons, once they got within 60 feet of the party, I used the wish spell to make Bernoulli's principle.
Yeah.
The principle that basically is how birds fly and other things fly no longer exist. So
And so these two dragons came crashing out of the fucking sky, what, like 500 or 600 feet up, and they land
yeah,
on the party.
party was
God
fine.
damn.
We were fine.
I
It
was,
was
yeah, they were,
71
they were, they
damage. It
were,
was fine.
they were fine. It's okay.
I thought
Um,
about it. I should have taken no damage. I forgot. Fall damage isn't magical in nature, so like
Wait, what?
vampire,
Vampire?
vampire.
I don't follow.
Vampires and werewolves, they're basically immune to non-magical damage.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I forgot about that.
But also, fuck you.
No, that's fair. But no, landed, landed, and like my character is like got skin, like a chunk of skin hanging off. It's just, I really like this outfit. rips the lizard folk suit off, unveiling this vampire lord underneath, just looks at the Rathalos. I'm gonna wear you instead, and then
And then his
proceeds to
asshole puckered.
monkey stomp the fucking Rathalos. And then
Yeah.
Courtney's character monkey stomp the Rathian.
Oh, no, 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 no. Time out, time out. She did not just monkey stomp the
She
Rathalos.
fucking
Okay.
decapitated it with two
So
Eldritch blasts.
my wife Courtney has made a Yaucha, a predator. The build that she has, she's got Hexblade's curse. She rolled a 19 and a 20 on all of her Eldritch blasts, and she blew the Rathian's head off.
Just
Clean
ash.
the fuck off. Like, oh, that's a dragon. No, that's a suggestion.
Like it was its tail.
Yeah, and like at the end of the campaign, there was at the end of the session, there was like a glitch in reality. And because this was too easy, and I knew it was going to be too fucking easy, they wound up in Fatalis's lair. So now whenever we get back around to the tower, I have to figure out lair actions and how to make something that isn't going to die in a few rounds.
I still have two wishes. Um
Get fucked. That's all I can say.
um my second wish is going to be give the dragon alopecia. Um
It doesn't have hair.
Give the drag. Okay, so my first wish will be give the dragon hair, and then my second wish will give it a receding hairline.
Okay, that will do more emotional damage than anything else. And
That's fine.
I think that Fatalis might like it'll have the hair just long enough to appreciate it, and then like it'll start falling out, and he'll just like he'll suffer a trauma induced breakdown.
Where are you on the trauma-induced breakdown scale?
Uh, I sure am.
I mean, it would just really suck because see, what a lot of people might not know is Fatalis is covered in metal. It would really suck if the floor became magnets. I'm just putting that out there. Just terrible.
Well, it well technically speaking, it's there is a little bit of metal, but it's mostly animal parts.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. If you wanna.
I do want to split hairs.
No, that's fine.
No need to
Plus,
apologize.
I'm already pretty sure that y'all are going to find new ways for me to hate you when we go back into the tower.
Oh yeah,
Oh yeah,
But that's the
because
point.
I'm hoping to bring a character.
yes.
No, that's right. Shauna's going to be there. Oh
The
God.
the defeat.
Well, here's the thing. What's the two
Look,
choices? Alabaster, who's going to make Fatalis forget why he's angry, or Aphons, who's going to climb up and rope trick and pelt it his deer stand in another dimension.
uh,
Okay,
I
look,
have a little.
I
You hear
don't
the
like
silence?
that
Did
you
you hear?
me. I don't like that I've had this same conversation 3 different times in 2 different days.
Am I the only one that heard this heard that pause, that silence? Yeah, that's guilt.
That's not guilt. It's
What reason would she have to be guilty for?
yeah, no,
He knows. He
he
knows.
knows. And I know he knows. And I know he knows. But no. No guilt at all. I will bring my stupidly ridiculous Monk Ranger build and my full-on bard or my full-on bard. And I will absolutely give Eric gray hair because that's just the group pastime.
Ruin his day.
It's okay. I can handle it.
You, dear listeners, you will find out that Eric is the group scapegoat.
Yeah, he'll be fine.
Yeah, I'll be all right.
It's for the
Uh,
bit.
no, that's the
For the bit.
tower though. The tower is to give. First of all, how many DMs can say that they ran a campaign that actually made such beefy fucking characters stumble for a second? Most people can't.
Yeah.
And that's why we do this, so we can
And
see if
that's
we can.
Plus, we get to make these crazy builds because some builds don't take off until mid game, and you don't get to enjoy them as much.
Yeah.
Like I made a space marine, paladin armor artificer. That motherfucker a space marine.
Oh man, I, I wanna participate more in the tower. I have so many characters that I need to make.
That's all right because Sean was.
I want to. I heard you say my name, but I have a counterpoint.
Mm,
I'm already running Curse of Strahd and Alcatraz.
That one.
I would like to withdraw my name from the round robin DMing and
that's
potentially
fine.
nominate Ren.
Oh God, if
Ooh,
Ren wants to run a tower game, I am.
Yeah.
yes.
Ren has written can TTRPG systems. No, no, I will
Um,
take that
if
run. I will take that.
if you would like to be the one to bring it up to them, or
Uh,
if you guys would like to ask them in the server, I would definitely not be opposed because I can't juggle that much. I'm gonna start working again soon, and
no, that's fine.
that's gonna be full time, and
No,
got
that's
some
fine.
health stuff going on. But other than that, already running 2 campaigns. Thankfully, one of them is a module, so I don't have to do too many brain cell exercises. I still do because these guys are fucking
We're
raptors
Raptors.
that know how to open doors. And
I am just a lizard. That's all I am. Nothing major.
right,
Bullshit.
right. Um, and Alcatraz is just not just. I have big plans for Alcatraz.
I'm looking forward to
That's
Alcatraz going.
literally a jailbreak.
God, Alcatraz is gonna be so much fun.
I'm excited. We've got a really good group. It's nice and balanced. We've got plenty of really good characters.
I made a rogue.
It-
Shock.
yeah, the reader might be amazed, but I made an unarmed character.
Oh
Um,
my god.
and it's a
No.
lizard folk. Look, okay,
Shh.
hold on. That's a good question. Like D&D, like official D&D races. What's your favorite?
Shit. Um. Okay.
I don't remember the shit race.
I no. That was
Oh,
that
the
was an
elves.
exclamation.
Okay, yeah,
It's a
no,
type of
elves is fine.
golem.
No,
It's a
no,
type of god.
it's an elf. He said shit, elves. And I
Okay.
understand.
No.
Rude. I like some elves, but shit. Why you gotta throw the hard ones at me?
Okay. My
Shut up.
problem.
I heard it. No, I'm kidding.
I
Sorry,
mean,
Eric. I didn't mean to say that as you started to talk. I'm sorry.
No, I'm
Um,
not gonna lie. I
I
was
think
I
it
was
was
going to
perfectly
say
timed.
something smart, but like I started going off on something and I missed my opportunity.
I have to think
Carry
about
on.
this for a second. Y'all go ahead.
Okay, so from the perspective of someone who loves to just build crazy shit, having variant human as your starting race is so helpful because you get that extra feat. But as far as actual race, I'm kind of torn between a couple of them. I really like the Warforged, but I also really like the Dragonborn. And I know the Dragonborn aren't like amazing or anything. And honestly, I feel like they should treat their breath weapon like a regular dragon, or they should be able to use it more times than once a day. Like that's my only gripe with Dragonborn. If they could fix that, they would be like so much better.
And if Watsy confirmed if they had 2 penises or not.
Right? Okay, no, okay, no, that's a tangent. That's I'm gonna be on that for a minute, and I
Eric
think
was Eric was heated
He
about the
was ready
Dragonborn
for
dick
that.
for
He
Baldur's
was
I
Gate 3.
ready.
was.
The fact that there was only one PP on the Dragonborn in Baldur's Gate 3, that was the first thing he said about the game. We were all in voice chat making characters. He goes, "Why is the dragon only got one dick?" And I'm like, "I haven't even looked at my character's dick yet, sir."
Okay.
It was
Okay,
just so out of pocket.
To my defense, I'm not the biggest biology major in our group of friends, but one thing that I know it's that lizards tend to have multiple penises because
Multiple
of
penises. Like it's a fucking Swiss Army dick.
okay, I wasn't gonna
You
go
just
that
want to
far.
double dong Denzel somebody. That's all it is.
Yes, I do. Thank
Box
you
of
for
Ghosts.
noticing. Exactly. No. Who the fuck do you think I made starting out?
Single Pecker
Double
Willie.
Dong Dragonborn.
And no, not double dong. Baldur's Gate
It's
3.
single.
I mean, there's mods to give them double dick. It's kind of telling if that's the only mod in your game, though.
I actually don't have that much.
I,
I don't even have any race or like custom item mods or anything. It's
well, look,
all just like class shit.
if you downloaded the Double Dong Dragonborn mod, and in the love scene with Minthara, she goes to blow you. Which one? Like, does she blow both? Is she stroking one,
I
or is that one just
think
sitting there, like in the cold mountain
No,
air, while
that's
the other
what you
one's
have
hitting Dark
hands
Elf
for.
throat?
I think that she would kind of trade off. Like she would give one
Right. But
attention,
in the
and then the
actual
other one.
scene with the mod, what is happening to the other Packer? Because she was designed to only blow one dick. So what's the other one doing? Is the other one just over there playing
Unfortunately,
Uno on its phone?
On its phone. It's in the cuck chair.
It's in the cuck chair. It's got a little dick chair it sits in. Okay, that explains it. That's perfect sense. Um,
I fucking can't with you guys. Jeez.
could you imagine if Krogans had two dicks? Like I know that's Mass Effect, but like with how big they have eight testicles. Could you imagine like if it was one pecker per two testicles? That'd be a four dick giant turtle monster.
Charles, you're getting a little too excited over Dick.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying. That's a lot of dick
Listening
He's
to
hairs for
listen
one.
listening to you lose your breath trying to explain this.
It's because I forgot to breathe. Shut up. And I
I'm just
wanted to play
saying
Krogans, and they never
I'm
gave
just
me the
saying
opportunity.
you talk a whole lot about how many phallic objects Eric consumes
Unlike Eric,
on
I've
the
actually
daily.
banged a dude. So like, I don't give a shit.
I mean,
There's
It's true.
there is no one alive who
the
can
penises come
comprehend
in
my
handy.
sexual preference.
No one caught that. I hate this house is
Wait,
a
wait. You
bullshit
said
on planet
wait.
prison.
Did you just say
This
that the penis
I
is
fucked
coming
that up too.
handy?
Yes, I did.
I mean, yeah. If you don't let them the fuck go,
I'm sorry. That was fucking great. I appreciate
And then
that.
I fucked up the quote behind it. Oh well.
that's
Oh
just the
boy.
reach around joke.
That's
But
that's on
usually either on the tits or the face.
I was gonna
Um,
say that's on Thursday nights.
Wild.
Yeah, I do what I can.
yeah, but no.
You gotta stay young somehow.
What were we talking about before we got on the subject of Dragon Day?
I don't fucking
I
know.
forget.
God
Fucking
damn it. We were talking.
Favorite.
Oh, favorite
Hold on, I
races.
had
That's
it for
right.
a
It was
second. There you
favorite
go.
D&D races.
I had it for like 2 seconds and then it flew away.
Shauna, it just slipped out of your hands with too much lube. Shauna, do you have a favorite D&D race?
Are you ready for this?
Dun, 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 dun,
My basic bitch rainbow freak flag. You can, or I bet you can tell me.
I feel it. I know this.
It's tieflings.
Look, there's nothing wrong about tieflings. My
There's
only
nothing wrong with tieflings.
No. There's nothing at all wrong with tieflings. It's just the stereotype.
I mean,
I very much embody the stereotype, the stereotypical tiefling player.
I mean, yeah,
I mean, I don't see any lies yet.
yeah.
So.
Like,
No, no
no
arguments
offense.
here.
Yeah,
I said it first. I can't
but
be offended.
like mine's lizard folk. I love them scaly bastards.
Them scaly bastards.
Because canonically they do have two dicks, and
Man, that's
Wait.
fucking bullshit.
How canonical are we talking? Because like there's Rule 34 canonical and there's like actual canon canonical.
so Dragonborn are a mythical race based off of a mythical creature with nothing to go off of on whether or not it has two dicks. It's assumed because they're lizard-like, they have two dicks, but we all know from watching the Discovery Channel mockumentary about dragons, dragons fuck in the air and free fall belly to belly. That would require only one penis. Thus, dragons would potentially be single digit dangles. Eric wants them to be double digit dangles just because he likes the idea of DPing his partner without having another dude's balls rubbing against his. That's fine. I understand that. Lizard folk, on the other hand, are based on lizards, and all lizards have two hemipenes, thus guaranteed double dick. They also have a cloaca, which means I have an omni hole.
Is it all lizards?
Yeah, all lizard. I'm like 90% sure
I'm not putting that
all,
in my Google search.
all lizards. I will fuck it. Hold on, give me a minute.
All lizards have multi-penes, apparently. I don't know how
Multi-penis.
accurate this is, but at the same time, I don't feel like questioning it.
I'm not gonna fight it. I don't have the spoons.
Only snakes and lizards have hemipenes, but all snakes and lizards have. While turtles and crocodiles have single, but they're called lizard folk, not croc people, so they're double dicked.
Okay,
Anyway,
but have you seen a turtle peen before?
yeah, they're fucking huge. The turtle is the most hung person in your D&D party. I'm sorry, everyone. All right, that
That
motherfucker
thing
uses a dick.
blooms like a flower.
Yeah,
Like,
he uses his dick to scratch his chin, like, and that's a fact. Like, that's just
okay, wait, no. Who are the elephant people?
The
uh
Loxodon.
The
Loxodon.
Loxodons.
That's
Oh no, that's
yeah,
right.
but
Oh.
Call them Lotsodongs.
lots of dongs because you get in a whole you get that is a like 2-3 foot slab of baloney coming at your ass.
I have a joke for this. Can I tell it? And if I tell it terribly, we can edit it out. Or if it's a bad joke, I can edit it out.
Don't you dare edit it out. Go.
Okay, so
Yes.
a man is in a horrible accident, and it mangles his penis. So he has to get a replacement. He immediately goes into surgery because he's losing blood. He's lost his penis. Terrible times. So he comes out of the surgery, and the doctor tells him, good news, we were able to save your life. Bad news, we weren't able to save your penis. Good news, we were able to replace it with the trunk from a baby elephant. And the guy was like, well, what do I do with this? He's like, well, and the doctor explained to him, well, eventually, you'll be able to control it. For right now, until your nerves heal and adjust to having it, you won't be able to control it as much, but it'll be fine. You'll be good. You'll be back to, full sexual prowess in no time. So he waits a little while, and he's starting to get used to, having this baby elephant trunk as a dick, and he goes on his first date in a really long time. And this really fancy restaurant, and they're talking, and suddenly his penis pops up over the edge of the table, and they both just kind of watch as his penis. They watch as his penis grabs a roll, disappears back under the table, and the guy looks uncomfortable for a second, and he's like, "I am so sorry," and he explains what happened, and the woman's very understanding. She's a really nice lady, and she's like, "Oh, I understand. I didn't see it clearly, so it's fine." And they go about their date, and a little while later, again, the penis pops up over the edge of the table. Lightning fast, real quick, snatches up another roll, and the guy looks really uncomfortable again and apologizes again. And the lady's like, "No, it's fine. It's actually kind of funny." She's like, "Can I see it again?" And the man looks at her and goes, "Honey, I would love to, but I don't think my ass can take another roll." It's so stupid. I love it.
No, but no, I love lizard folk. First of all, my go-to voice for lizard folk is Imperfect Self from Team Forest Star Abridged, which is just
It's
makes it so
fitting.
much funny, so much funnier. Like Curse of Strahd, we were talking about having Curse of Strahd soon. It's a Gloomstalker artillerist artificer lizard folk. It's the Predator. I made the Predator my way versus what Courtney had made if for the tower. And he talks like this, and he talks mad shit, everybody. Mad shit about everyone.
You'd think he was a bard the way he was slinging that vicious mockery around.
I mean, dog, like just to the point that like we were getting ready to go deal, like be introduced to Strahd, and the guy that was bringing us like, look, I know you talk shit. Could you not? Because like you gonna die.
He will kill you.
He will kill you.
With extreme prejudice. And guess what? It's Strahd. You're not going to get a chance to fight back.
And what I think is funny is most of the group is like, well, Strahd's trying to do better and trying to be decent. My character, who was raised by monster hunters, is just like, no, he's not. He's a fucking vampire. He doesn't feel people emotions.
He's not people.
Even looked him dead in the eye while talking to him in private. Is like, look, let's not bullshit each other. I know you can't feel love, just like you know you can't feel love. Let's stop trying to bullshit each other here. Like, you want me to trust you? I don't think that's happening.
I'm excited
But
to see where that
Charles,
campaign goes.
Charles, he's turning over a new leaf. He's trying not to be a dickbag.
He's gonna turn over in his grave when I'm done. Oh,
Actually, he's not doing any kind of anything in his grave except turning into dust, I assume, if you
my
stake him.
my favorite threat with that character is I'm going to find the chick Strahd's in love with, and I'm gonna romance her down and leave her bedroom smelling like an unclean turtle tank.
I
That's his
hate
way of
it.
saying he's going to fuck a human. Just leave
Ladies,
leave her bedroom smelling like an unclean turtle tank.
ladies, if
Contain
it smells
yourself.
like that after the deed, during the deed, before the deed,
That's that double
At
tongue
any
lizard
point.
fucking.
that's BV, and you need to get it checked out.
You might have salmonella in your snatch. I'm just saying.
Any final closing thoughts before we fuck off into the ether and you don't have to think about us until next time?
Again, I am in no shape, way, or form at all allied or in any sort of cooperation with Eric O'Keefe's Cephalanus Powder Emporium.
I think he is.
I think he is.
No, I just said I'm not.
I have one final question. Do Ents get morning wood?
Yes.
Neat.
Wow.
Oh, it
You
must be
see the
decent morning wood for Shauna to say, wow.
you see the problem that I have is that that particular statement could have gone one of two ways, and only one way is somewhat pleasant.
What's the other way?
Gr
Splinters.
grieving.
No, the other way is Eric with a mouthful of sap. No, they get morning wood.
I
Like,
was actually I
like
was actually
who with a
spelling it
mouthful
like
of honey?
no, I was actually spelling it MOURN, like to mourn something, like the loss of something. But apparently tree sap in my face is apparently where we were going with this.
No,
No,
no, no,
in your
no.
mouth.
Yeah,
Not in your face.
you were
In your mouth.
blowing an ent. You were blowing an ent was the joke.
I fucking hate this game.
Hey. I think what Eric really wants to say
Is that he is in
is
fact
we're
Eric
hold
No,
O'Keefe.
on.
no, I'm not.
Hold on. What Eric
Don't
wants
you?
to say is with the whole thing is we're barking up the wrong tree.
I mean, come on, Shauna. He wouldn't do that.
He would.
Ah,
He's a sap like that.
Son of a birch.
I
He'd say it was the best piece of ash he ever put his pecker in.
He's pining for more.
fucking hate. I can't be mad though. These are fucking bad good puns. But god
Mahogany.
damn it.
Mahogany.
Fucking
Are
I
you
can't be
stumped?
mad.
Maybe we should branch out with these puns.
I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say that he's kind of lost in the sauce.
I'm
We
I'm
should get
just
to the
gonna
root of this issue.
I'm just gonna leave.
On that note, this is where we say goodnight or have a good morning.
The podcast is over. Go home. Get
Or
out
if
of
you're
my
already
house.
home. Yeah, well, wait, we're in their house. We should leave.
It's mine now.
Oh,
Bye, guys.
Bye.
bye.